All right, friends, you ready for another prompt? Let's do it. Let's do it. I got my coffee. Have a drink. You guys should grab whatever you like to eat or drink and watch me create if you want, or create with me. That would be great. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's Stencil. Right. Okay. We could probably do that. Easy peasy, right? I'll gather, look, I'll try to find my favorite stencil and some colors we're going to use. And yeah, we'll get started. Okay. So I'm trying to be very careful. I don't know what happened in the last video. It kept going on to slow motion mode somehow if my finger slipped, but I figured it would have done that at the beginning of the clip, but somehow it did it in the middle. So hopefully it doesn't do this time. But anyway, I got my palette. Instead of doing book paper, I just found some of this paper. Try and switch it up. I don't know if you guys know who she is, Iris Apfel. The stylish sanitarian can still cut a rug. I believe she's a fashion icon and longtime textile designer. And she is pretty cool, I think, for an old gal and an artist. So might use her as a focal point, I don't know. I got some stamps here. Here's the stencil. I like pretty much all my stencils, and some more stamps. So, oh, I'm gonna use this for my texture paste because I haven't used this color in a while, and I was like, ooh, pink and green. Let's do pink and green. And I've got these too. So I think what I'm going to do first, before I put my paper down, because I do like that, I'm going to paint this first. I think I'm going to paint it pink. I'm just going to go for the pink. And we're just going to get started. Gotta find my... Should probably get my coffee out of the way or I'm going to get paint water in it, huh? How are y'all doing today? Hope you guys are doing good. Okay. Right. So I'm just gonna do my usual. Put some paint down. Whew. There we go. Just let the paint fall where it may. Yeah, I think at first I wasn't sure, but I think I want to do full-on coverage of this whole page for sure. So I was thinking going forward, since I really like doing my mixed media stuff and, you know, filling up journals and stuff just for fun, I was going to continue doing mixed media videos, and I'm going to do some junk journaling videos. So that's pretty much, I think, where my channel has taken me and my art has taken me. So if you have any suggestions of what you'd like to see or you want to see me experiment with, yeah, let me know, guys, on the comments. I would love to try out your suggestions. Okay. Let that dry. As it's drying, I'm going to tear my paper and put that down, and then we'll paint on top of that. All right, I ended up doing the Grandash because it started to kind of just bleed over, and it became kind of this purple. When I added the black to this pink, it became this nice dark purple, which is great for shadows, I think. But I didn't want it started covering up a lot of the pink, and I was like, what was the point of doing the pink background? Anywho, now I want to do, I think I'm going to try the stencil. So yes, I'm working on 2 pages, and it's always the case of, do we just do, or maybe we'll just, I think, you know what, I'm going to do this. Hopefully this works out. What's the edge? There's paper to the edge. Let's see, there's the top. Bring that down. Okay, so using my sponge, get some of this nice green. Oh, there's a little hair on. Okay, so I'm just going to use the lid to kind of get it mushed. Okie dokie, here we go. Hopefully this will, I guess I'm doing it all. Let's just do it all, shall we? This whole page. Since the prompt is stencil, we might as well make it be our main feature. Just wish it wouldn't pick up so much. Maybe if I do that, it won't pick up the stencil. I feel like I need to get some more. Oof. Yeah. Maybe I should have put it on a plate. Oh well. Okay, let's get down here. Because I do want this to be thick. Then I had an idea after this and I can't remember what it was. And when I was looking for the colors and stuff, I was trying to find a focal point. And so I think the focal point is just going to be the stencil. Maybe. That's what I'm thinking right now. But you know, I could change my mind. Okay. Getting very precarious here. Because I wanted to do this. I want it to reach over to the next page. Ooh, might have just goofed that one up. Let's see if we can fix it. Stenciling is a messy job. Ah, oh no, guys. Well, let's just finish this up. Okay, it's a mess. Darn. Let's see. I kind of gonna be stubborn. Just a little bit. See if we can't fix it. Bugger. Okay, let's see. Kind of wanted it to be more. Might just be a mess and we may have to start over, which is okay. All right, there's at least that. What about this side? If I can get it to go. Almost. We'll see. I just. Okay. All right, we're gonna leave it. I'm gonna go wash this stencil off, guys. Think about this. And actually it looks pretty good from up here in the camera view. Kind of looks like a flower. I don't know. Okay, so not really loving it. So I thought I would see if I could get the stencil to kind of just like move across the page kind of thing. With some of this green. But, you know, kind of like it's in, like smooth out the parts that I don't like. This is pretty. That's pretty. But down here's a little light and we can just kind of scuff it. So it's like maybe part of the wall or something. I don't know, texture. Something like that. what I was going for here. Oops. Right. So, not loving it. It's kind of different. But we can still see that part, and maybe we can just work around this part and still keep that focal point, and maybe when that dries, do something to make the stamp pop out a little more. I'm not sure. You can always outline it, you know, black, but I think that's just going to be too harsh. We could do that purple gray. So I'm going to let that dry. Think about how I want to definitely build this page, like we're building the page. So I will be back. Okay, so mixed up some more paint. Got another stencil. You know, who says you had to use one stencil, right? So I am going to mix up, I'm going to use this square first, sponge, or not sponge, but it's that foam. Because I think I just need to break some of this up a little bit. Or something. Oh, goodness, it could be a total disaster. But it may not. I like this color pink, though. And, right? And then I thought, we could move my coffee for sure. Do that. Maybe bring it in over here a little bit. We'll do the corner there. Maybe here. Kind of make this our focal point, but still with the whole page. Okay, and then do a corner here, here, and here to bring your eye around, maybe up to here. Oops, okay. And then I'm done with that. I was going to use this circle, but make this a lighter pink, I think. So let's add some more white. Can you guys even see that? Are we out of camera? Not too bad. Okay. Looks good from down here, my eye point of view. I don't know what it looks like up there. So I'm just going to mix a lighter pink. And I'm going to use this stencil. I don't know where I got this foam. It was probably out of some product watch, maybe. So my thoughts were, yeah. I don't know if that's too much, but I'm going with it. Do half circle there, bring it around to here, there, need some light pink here, here, and maybe up here. Okay. Oops, just Okay, now put those together. Now we need to add, I'm gonna add just a smidge of smidge. It gives it like a nice, really nice gray, pink and gray. Got my circle sponge. Just paint it on because it, is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Okay, let's see. Maybe. Not really. Darn. Let's see. Get some more on this. Does it look like a mess, guys? I think what I'm going to do is let this dry overnight and look at it with some fresh eyes and see. It's kind of cool. It's kind of peculiar, I think. I'm going to just put a little bit of black, just barely touch, just a little bit. Okay, here, let's get some more. Maybe a little bit there. Okay, probably I'm gonna stop now because I think if I go any further, I mean, there's a lot going on. However, I was trying to get my tag that says Stencil and see if I can't, there we go. All right, so my thoughts are, I'm gonna leave this to dry overnight. So we have this young, wonderful lady, artist lady, is kind of our Iris Apfel. She has this wonderful quote, which I adore, and it's something I think about every day. I've never been one for trends. I don't care what other people do. I'm a great believer in working from the gut. Choose what speaks to you and go with it. So maybe you know or you don't know. So if there's something trending on YouTube, and if you do a video of it, then your video gets pushed out, right? Which I am always so tempted to do, but that is not who I am. I just want to create art that I like to do, and I get it. So that's my thoughts there, is to have her as a kind of a focal point with some of pictures of her and that quote. So yes, back to that quote, is like, you got to do what speaks to you. And yes, I know you'll find your audience, the people that like your work. I guess if I'm going to do art, I don't know. I think this is probably something I've been told that is not right to say, but I feel like as an artist, it's something that, I don't know, we should do. We should make art that we like to make, that we feel compassionate about, because that shows through your art, is who you are, through that spirit of creativity within inside yourself, instead of doing the trends and what everyone else is doing. Because that's great, I'm glad, and you know, if it works for them, great, but I've never been one, because I'll tell you what, every time I've tried to do what's trendy, I fail at it. Anyway, I'm getting off my soapbox on that one. So this is my thoughts. A little ode to Iris Apfel. Apfel, and her quote. So I'm going to leave this to dry. More likely we'll come back to you in the morning and think about it with fresh eyes. And you guys, it'll just be a second. So you guys, I will see you in the morning. Okay guys, it's the next day. So what do you think? It's all dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and put her on here with the quote, with some of her work. Something like that. But I was wondering if I should do some stamps or leave it. Let's try it. Wondering if I should put a book under there to make it like stamp better. Let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so I'm just gonna put a book under here, see if this will stamp flat, more flat. I'm gonna try this stamp now. Because I think a flatter surface stamps better with these. Yeah. I don't know if this is making it better or worse, but you can let me know in the comments if you want. There we go. I don't know if that made any difference or not. Don't know if I should carry it over here. Nah, we'll just go ahead and glue our sentiment there. Just move this over here. Okay. I think what I'm going to do lastly is my crayon dash and just kind of go around a little bit the cutouts, just to bring it forward in the I don't know what you would call this, sketchbook piece. Okay. That kind of helps a little bit, I think, so it doesn't like, kind of separates the background from the focal points here. There, I think it's done. And then we have our little piece. Let me get my stencil. Oh. And we'll glue that right there for our little prompt card. And we're gonna call this good. I kind of like it. I think she's a great inspiration, especially if you don't care what other people do. Just be a believer in working from the gut and choose what speaks to you and go with it. Yes, I think to me that is what art is. Any creative thing that you do. Great, I kind of like it. It's funky, I love it. All right, guys, see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. If you've lasted this long in the video, I really appreciate it. And I appreciate your likes and your comments. And I will see you next time. And remember, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, I absolutely love you. Talk to you later. Bye.